now after you were like going on about how you're not going to be pressured, now the pressure is on me to lead this conversation.
Lead it.
Yeah, because before you were like saying, oh yeah, make sure you find a topic. Okay, I'm going to stop doing that voice, but you said make sure that I find a topic and make sure I can find things for us to talk about. Then I put hella research into it, and now I only can like think of the topics I want to talk about.
Do I make you nervous?
Yeah, no, you're making like on. We never really had a first date. I was gonna say you make me nervous like on the first date, but we never really had that.
That's why we had a first date.
When? Yeah, exactly. There you go. That proves the whole point. I don't ever think we had a first date.
I consider the chicken date as a first date.
Oh yeah, true. But even there, like,
because that was the first time I put effort into like getting nice dressed and stuff, and like I cared.
Yeah, and other than that, you don't put effort into when you go out. Yeah, I just have to wait 2 hours for you to get ready. Standard. Might as well get right into the first topic of the day that you pressured me to look into, because otherwise I would have just waffled. You know, I just would have been like, "Yo, babes, let's just." Waffle.
No, but that's not true. Episode. You always look for topics. Why do I not get the same treatment as Adam?
Wow, feminism here. No, but that's because Adam is just I can't throw shade on my co-host here. Adam is the best co-host ever, and he's so reliable, and like when he comes on, it's just all off the dome. Wow, so don't hate on Adam like that. Yeah, you'll never be. This is just a big confessions podcast that
so
I'm in love with.
So the comparison never stops.
Yeah, it's just a big confessions episode of that I actually love Adam for the special episode 10, guys. Oh my god.
You know, you could have played it off. You could have been like, oh, it's episode 10, I really want it to be special, so you come on. True, you could have, you had the...
I had the chance.
But you didn't.
The opportunity, the possibility. But yeah, nah. I'm just keeping it real out here that me and Adam are actually a couple and a thing, and that we had our first date before we've been dating for longer, okay? So you come in second place. Yeah. So yeah, stay in your lane, girl. Already major waffle time. Anyways, talk about major waffle time. I was thinking of what you were actually saying, and then I tried to put it into a podcast form because, you know, I know you used to be a massive fan of Casper Lee.
Yes! Not just Casper Lee.
Who then?
Josak, Zoella, Alfie Days. But I never liked Alfie Days. You know, Casper Lee used to like Zoella, and they almost dated, but then I think she liked Alfie more, and then Casper was a bit sad. I was so upset. But you know, Zoella...
I was so upset.
You know, Zoella and Alfie, they have like a baby now.
Yeah.
They're like.
I think Alfie's not even that bad of a guy. It's just his voice like pisses me off.
Voice.
He looks like this. Shut up! Talk normally, fam. He sounds like he's putting on some kind of baby voice. Yeah. Why does he have to do that? I know he's not doing it on purpose. Obviously, like it'd be weird if he did that. But it's just like so. Like all my days, like. Keep it together, man. Just try and talk normally at least.
No, but that's like a lot of guys. Even the guy we watched today, the UFC fighter, his voice does not match his body. That's most guys. Like, they look so big, but then they have like this baby voice.
Yeah, except for me. I'm built different, so... It's like, size doesn't matter, guys. Please. Anyways, for the people who are watching on YouTube, they can now look at these pictures with us. Basically, what I did for us today is I have prepared a few pictures, and I want us to look at these pictures exactly. And they're basically just like stereotypes between men and women. I wanted to get your thoughts on it because I think it's always interesting. You know, the YouTubers, they did the girlfriend tag or whatever tag, and basically I want to turn it a bit around, and I just want to actually ask for your opinion. What you even think about
best friend tag.
Yeah, best
husband tag, wife tag. They're all the tags.
With those weird 2014, 2013 type of YouTube videos. Anyways, the first one that I want to get into is between girls and guys. And I think this is always a very interesting one because it gets debated highly. So basically, as you can see in this picture here, if you would like to quickly tell us what we see here to the listeners on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, what is it you see?
No,
first describe what you see.
Describe
what you see, and then afterwards
I'm new to this word, so it's like after a breakup, and then the girl is really upset on the first day, and then she just gets better over time, and in a month she's like thriving, and the man is happy on the first day, and then he gets depressed in a week, and then keeps getting depressed.
So it's basically saying that a man, after a breakup, after a month he realizes that what he did is a mistake. In what do you say?
But I think so. I think that is true though.
And a woman just instantly like regrets, and then after a month she
doesn't regret. She's just
well,
like upset. It's like upset, like, you know, it's just normal, regret, it's sad. But like, yeah, I agree, like when you have a breakup, or like when like you see people having a breakup, the guy's always happy. Like as soon as it happens, the first week he's like super hyped, and like you're just like, he seems super insensitive because he's just like doesn't care. And I don't know if he gets depressed though.
So would you say this is accurate?
But this is so true. Like men do not care. Like you remember the meme about Cristiano Ronaldo? No, was it Ronaldo or Messi who like quit a football team, and then he was super sad, and then the next week he signed to a new team, and then he was happy.
Business law.
Yeah, I don't know, but then I know, but then there was this meme going around.
Ronaldo.
Was it Ronaldo or Messi? I don't remember.
Yeah, no, but you can't compare that. That's different.
Yeah, but then. Yeah, I feel like the woman part is true. It gets better over time.
So you'd say the woman part here is true?
Yeah, it gets better
I'd say
over
the
time.
men part here is not fully
It's just
true.
like you're very sad, and then after a month you just stop caring. Once you stop caring, you stop caring. Like you completely stop caring.
So you can completely switch off.
Yeah.
What they're missing in this picture here, it says first day in a week, and what should be between in a week and in a month is getting back with your ex one more time.
Like
and then
2-3 times.
Yeah, and then moving on.
The normal.
That is missing in this image. And then afterwards it would be accurate.
No, but it depends on like how badly they messed up, the other one messed up. Because if it's like a massive mistake, then you won't get back to it. But if it's like a small thing, then there's like a 2-3 more breakups in the middle.
I think it definitely depends like what they did.
Yeah, for sure.
So like if they cheated or something, then I think this is kind of accurate.
Yeah.
But if it were just like, not compatible.
If this cheated, this is very accurate. I feel like the man won't realize it, and he'd be like, whatever. And then
he's happy on the first day. Yeah. Makes sense for sure.
If it's compatibility, you get back together like 2-3 more times for sure.
Most likely. It
sounds so toxic.
No, we're very healthy guys. We've
never broken up.
Yeah,
okay.
we really have never broken up.
Yeah.
We have a very healthy relationship, guys. Trust me. This is a very healthy relationship. Anyways, the next image is do you know these kind of images? No. Do you know this kind of format?
No.
So this is like the OG meme days. These were known as rage comics.
Okay.
Yeah. 2006 to 2012 memes. Very old school memes. This is like when I used to scroll on 9gag when I was in like primary school and shit. Like this is like the first type of memes. Rage memes. Rage comics is what they're known as. Anyways, I'm going to quickly describe what it says. So basically it just says title haircuts. Guys versus girls. A guy with a scruffy beard standing next to a girl, and then a scruffy beard and long hair standing next to a girl with normal hair, and then afterwards at the bottom the guy standing there with very short hair and the girl looking the exact same, but the guy only paid $10 and the girls spent $175.
Yeah, but that's so like, see, this is the thing, like you just cut it, you just shave it and cut it. That is low like value
low
stuff,
low ROI activities.
Yeah, and like when it's girls, I mean it's not stereotypical. I mean guys get it done as well, but then it's not just cutting. I mean you barely get. I mean I don't think. I don't remember the last time I cut my hair, but you go to the salon to get like treatments done, to color your hair, and like in the Hong Kong weather you get like these hair smoothing treatments and stuff like that. You need a lot of maintenance.
But doesn't that like cost a lot of money? Like do those like treatments even help? I always ask myself, like, to be fair, like this image for me is kind of accurate, like from my perspective, because I've seen so many girls point out that she got her hair cut, or when the girl would point out, oh yeah, I got my hair cut
is obvious.
No, that's the whole point.
Oh no, you mean like a trim? So you know every
so if they
like
get, no,
2
but
months?
I mean like if they get a trim, or if they like cut their hair and they say, oh I cut my hair, or like I got my hair colored, I'd be like, really? I couldn't tell the difference.
Come on, hair colored, you got a different. Or maybe they got their roots done, because you know like when you color your hair and then it grows a bit and you have like little like like your real hair grows and then you can see a difference. Maybe they got it colored and you can't see it. And then also every like 2 months you have to go get your hair trimmed because your hair splits.
I have never heard of these terms. For all the guys listeners here, they're probably also like, what the hell?
No, they probably know. Probably
maybe
just
it's just
you.
me.
Probably just you. And you have to get it trimmed because your hair breaks, and then it just like splits, like each hair strand like splits into two.
That can happen?
Yeah, it's so often, like it's so common, like every.
Also,
like,
your hair can split in two?
Not like the whole hair, but the ends like split into two.
Ah, only
when
the
it
ends.
gets dry, yeah. So you have to get it trimmed, because otherwise it keeps splitting and keeps getting damaged. So it like cut off the split ends and stuff like. Have you never heard of split ends in your life?
No, I didn't even know that could happen to hair. That it could split.
Oh, what? Even your hair? No, but then you get your hair cut very often, so I don't think it could happen. And also, if you live in Hong Kong, like you have to get your hair smoothed very often, like keratin treatments and stuff.
What?
Because it's so humid, and then like your hair's super nice when you're inside, and then as soon as you go out, it's like a cloud. It like puffs and it's super frizzy. You told me I had frizzy hair. You know what frizzy hair means, right?
Yeah, I know what frizzy hair is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say this image here is accurate or no?
I mean, it's not. This is like
It's a range.
exaggerated.
Obviously, it's
but
exaggerated, but would you say like it's kind of true?
yeah, I guess.
I would say
Because
it's
all you
true.
do, I mean, at least for you, all you do is just cut your hair.
Yeah.
And you shave your own beard, so you don't even get your like beard shaved.
Well, beard. Yeah, my stubble. I can't grow a beard, but.
Yeah. But how much does a haircut cost though in Hong Kong? I'm curious.
Not even.
Oh, the
$70. The grab and go ones. Yes, I don't even know what's the name for it. Oh,
QB House.
QB House $70 cut fresh, cause my G goes hard
Like
in the.
you don't even speak to like the person cutting your hair. They have no idea what you want. They just do whatever they want.
Of course, because you're only there for 10 minutes, and they're just like, let me quickly shape you up in the MTR station, and then you move on.
Yeah.
The next one, the next image I want to show you is this one here. So basically, it's called unspoken communication, and it's the difference between what girls look at, guys look at. So, would you like to tell us what the unspoken communication between girls is?
I don't know. I kind of agree. I always think girls are so pretty, and I'm like, how are you so pretty? Then I don't want to say it because I don't want to be weird. And also, like, you can't say it because you're in, like, the MTR station and there's a girl, like, across you, and it'll be weird if you just, like, walk up to people and say it.
So, do you want that to be a thing accepted by society, to just go up to for girls to go up to random girls
but
and
I
say,
think
"You're
I'm
so
way
pretty"?
too shy. I'm too shy to speak to some of my friends sometimes. I don't think I could, like...
It's basically just two girls looking at everything on the other person and analysing it. So they're looking at their, is that a real bra? What a slim waist, looking at her shoes, looking at her jeans, looking at her hips, looking at her hair, looking at her eyes, looking at her nose. Basically just analysing. They're just these two girls that are walking towards each other and they're analysing everything.
That is such a lie though, because the other picture is just two guys and they're just looking at each other and the only thing that says is hi. They just want to say hi. But that's such a lie, because I know you are so judgmental. You always talk about people you see in the MTR and you always judge them. And you notice like tiny things that I would never see. That's not true. This is a very stereotypical, it's not true.
I think this is mainly meant between friends. This isn't meant
No,
between...
this is not between friends.
Unspoken communication, guys and girls, I think it means friends. Like, if I see my friend, this is what I would judge. Like, him.
No, but
on.
if I see my friend and I think she has like a nice top or whatever, I tell her.
Yeah, but I would also do that to my homies. If I see my homie with nice drip, I'll tell him my nice drip.
I think this picture is trying to show what people think.
Yeah.
And you don't I think you notice like people all the time, and you always tell me what people you see and like how weird they look and their weird tattoos and how ugly their tattoos are.
But that's random people. That's not like.
But how do you know they're their friends?
I think that's what it's meant here to portray. But yeah, of course we can never be sure. Maybe they're also strangers. I mean, they're saying hi to each other, right? So you're guessing. Like,
also, there's this massive like stereotype that girls are so judgmental and they're always like looking at people. Like, all my guy friends are, like, so judgmental. And they, like, always, like, look at people and remember things and talk about them.
So you'd say guys are more judgmental?
Not more, but I don't think it's, like, a female thing.
I personally, I don't really notice that much stuff. Only on...
You're such a liar!
Only
you
on
always
random
talk
people.
about people.
Only with random people I notice that.
And you get irritated so fast by like random people, and it doesn't even like matter to you. Like that day when we were crossing the street and there was a guy with like a dog in a pram and he was struggling and we had to like stop because he was like struggling with his pram, and you were like, oh my god, if this happened in Switzerland, like people would like, think it's crazy.
But you also added to that, oh yeah, well if this happened in Sri Lanka, then people would also think they're crazy.
I was just annoyed because I wanted to walk, but then you get very triggered by people, like random people.
Yeah, because I think what he was doing was weird. Who pushes their dog in a pram, fam? Just go for a walk with it. It's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're robbing the dog of its, like, what is it called? Of its purpose.
Yeah, I mean, and like, what I don't get is, aren't you supposed to walk your dog? Isn't that like the whole purpose of like going out with your dog to walk it? And so weird, like when it's on a pram.
But a fat dog as well. Jeez.
These dogs are tiny. They're not even fat. They're like the size of my palm. They're tiny.
Anyways, the next thing is boys versus girls. Differences between boys and girls you should know. So this is saying that we should know this. So the first picture is the one that we discussed before, like after a breakup. But the other one that I think is actually quite interesting is how men and women see themselves in the mirror, the difference. So that I think is actually not fully accurate all the time, but I would say like generally, like that's quite accurate. But I think that there's one image in here that's quite interesting, and that's the one how men see themselves in the mirror and how women see themselves. So you can see a guy just looks like bang average, like normal, and he sees himself in the mirror really hench-donny. And then in the other image, in the other mirror, there's a girl looking at herself. She's really slim, but in the mirror she looks hella fat, like she's obese as fuck. And it's basically saying, oh, how men look at each other and how women look at each other. Do you agree with that?
I think even like men get very insecure and they don't see like how they really look, and they always think that they look worse than they are in real life.
I think a lot of guys have that. Yeah, true. And I think,
and like some girls think they look amazing, and then that's it, you know.
Yeah. The more I look at these pictures, the more I get triggered, because basically this is just stereotypical stuff. It's like in the middle there's another picture of this like girl walking past, and I guess she's meant to be looking good, and a guy and a girl walking past, and the guy's imagining the girl naked and the girl is looking at the coat that the girl is wearing. The hot girl.
So basically, I think what they're trying to show is when they see another girl notices her clothes and the guy notices her body and just imagines her naked.
Yeah, but what if the guy was like gay, and then he would be looking at the coat, right?
No,
and
but
the
even
girl
if you're
is
not gay, do you always like? I'm curious. Like when we like go out, whenever you see girls, do you just imagine them naked?
No.
All the time. Like I mean, sometimes you kind of do.
This is a healthy relationship.
Because you told me. Because we talked about it. Because sometimes like we were just thinking, okay, I don't know if this is gonna sound super creepy and weird.
It's outing me here on the podcast of being a nonce or whatever.
No, but we were just thinking, do you ever like think about how people look when they're I don't know if
of course, I think that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
I'm proud to admit it. I think a lot of people look at other people and would imagine, okay, this, and like at least try and imagine, like fantasize or not,
but not in a sexual way.
Not in a sexual, just in a curious way.
Yeah.
Like how does this person have massive tits, cuz, or like a small cocky, you know? I always think like, what if like those like huge strong men or basketball players who are like 7 foot tall, huge, like built like a brick shit house, you know? What if they have small little micro penises, cuz like small little dicks? That must be so funny, fam. Imagine like yeah, they get into the shower room next to you and they're just like with the smallest little dick, or they're just there with like a 40 centimeter massive.
Size does not matter.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Size does not matter. Trust me.
No, but I don't think it's like a male thing, because sometimes I think about it too, but not in a very graphic and sexual way like you described.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Just like sometimes
you look at a guy and think, oh, he has a massive dong.
No, sometimes I just like look at like people and I think like, are you wearing like shapewear, or does your body actually look like this? Like, is that the same thing?
I guess, yeah. Where you're just thinking, is it real? Is it not real? Or
yeah, like
surgery,
it's like, is this your outfit that makes you like this? If you're in the shower,
would you look like that still?
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I can relate. I can
No.
not know if I can say if I can relate on that, but I can like definitely say, yeah, no, that's factual. Yeah. Anyways, that was all I wanted to show you, like picture-wise, and now the people who are just listening here don't have to keep on imagining things. Anyways, if you are listening, then just go onto YouTube and then you can see the pictures. But basically, what else I wanted to talk about was our love that we share.
What?
For not each other.
Cringe.
Love.
I was like, bye-bye.
Oh my god, my boyfriend tells me he loves me on a podcast. Ew, 2 out of 10. He's a 10. He's a 10, but he tells me he loves me on a podcast.
No, he wants to discuss our love on a podcast.
No, I don't want to tell you, you stink, I don't like girls. Basically, what I wanted to talk to you about was our love that we share for Netflix serial killer or crime documentaries.
Yeah.
And basically, when we watch those.
Okay, who's your favorite? Oh no, but then I wanted to talk to you about this. I think it's very weird that people are like glorifying serial killers, and we are not. We don't find them funny, or we don't think that they are like cool or anything, but we just find it super interesting to see how they got caught and like what they did. But serial killers are not cool, because I know there's like so many girls who think Ted Bundy is like the hottest thing ever, and it's just like, ew, like he killed like so many people. He's not attractive, and like that's not funny. But yeah,
he's a 10, but he's a serial killer. No.
What does that make you?
No, he's a serial killer. I don't know, like 0.5. I don't know. But yeah, no, you just. Anyways, I was just looking this other stuff up, because I was always looking at these serial killers and I was like thinking, who has killed like the most people from a serial killer? And most Netflix documentaries, they're based on, mostly, except for that that Indian butcher one.
Yeah.
Most of them are always based in the US, right?
No, the UK.
UK as well, like a little bit, but it's mainly like English-speaking countries that they mainly base it on, and except for the Indian.
No,
well.
but I think it's because we watch English documentaries.
True.
I'm sure, like if you.
Do you think there's Spanish documentaries out there that?
For sure, I think so.
that'd be interesting.
I don't think there's Sri Lankan documentaries.
Sri Lankan documentaries. Yeah, no, but.
I don't think Sri Lanka has serial killers. I mean, I'm probably sure they do, but I don't think they're like.
Sure, it's got 1 or 2.
But I've never like heard anyone talk about serial killers.
Yeah, I think a serial killer. I mean, it's as soon as you kill 2 people, right? So I know there's
No,
definitely.
I
Yes,
don't
it
think
is.
so.
Serial is. We're not
I think
talking
it's
about
a pattern. Someone has a pattern, right?
No, I think it's cereal. We're not talking about Captain Crunch here, because we're talking about like in number, like numerical. I think as soon as you have 2 or more, I think it's 2 or more. You would be called a duo killer, right?
No, but I don't think like
or a trio,
I don't think you're a serial killer if you kill someone in like 1990 and then in 2005 you kill someone else. That's it, and then you just die. I don't think you're a serial killer then. I think it has to be in like a certain
if
time,
you have a motive and stuff,
or if it's the same kind of way you killed them. Yeah. Who is like the most like?
Who's my favorite?
Oh, I don't want
not
to say
favorite,
that. Yeah.
not favorite. I know.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Just to make it clear, we're not glorifying them. We just. It's an interesting like
the one that like you remember the most, the one that like stuck with you the most.
I think the Unibomber, even though he didn't really kill that many people.
Who is that?
Not to say that's a good thing. It's on Netflix as well. Unibomber, he was this guy, he put in loads of these packages basically. He would post these bombs and he would create these bombs by himself, and he lived like really off the grid.
Was it the one who attacked the police stations? Who deliver bombs to the police stations?
Yeah, I think that was the guy. And then he would also like use the US Postal Services. Yeah, and he would like post like the bombs through there, and like he would like threaten people and stuff. So the Unibomber, I think that's one of the most, in my opinion, interesting stories, because he was just living completely off the grid in this weird little hut in the middle of the woods, something which is pretty messed up. So yeah, no, I think he's very interesting, and that's just from Netflix though. And I think, to be honest, I don't see what like girls see like Ted Bundy kind of.
That's so weird. That's so weird. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself if you find Ted Bundy like attractive. I mean, not physically. I get he's a good-looking man, but if you think like,
you think he's good-looking?
You know, like when he was in jail, he got like so many letters, and you know he actually got some woman like pregnant from jail, because like he had this fan who like married him while he was in jail. And like he had a child, and he conceived the child while he was in jail, and people are like, how did that happen? And it's either because they paid off this guard and they would just like get 30 minutes in some room or something, or like there was a condom that he gave which was filled, and then like she just like,
dude, that's messed up. What
yeah,
the fuck?
there's like 2 theories and like no one knows how, but he has a daughter and a wife right now.
Yeah, that's mental.
But then I know that his wife changed like her name and her identity, and she lives super like mysterious.
Off the grid.
Yeah, she's off the grid as well as his daughter. But yeah, that's so weird. That's so weird. And even like recently,
Also, that's like really bad for the doer. Like, imagine like growing up, first of all, without a dad.
No, but she has a secret identity.
Oh yeah, but still, like, imagine growing up without a dad, first of all, and then the second, like, your dad is Ted Bundy, like a infamous crazy serial killer who's mental.
Yeah, so weird. So weird.
So not hot.
So not hot.
Yeah, but basically what I wanted to look up was this serial. Oh, before we move on, who was your like most
not my favorite. It's
memorable.
It's
memorable. That's a better word.
It's
Memorable.
Like
who's your most memorable serial killer?
It's like so that? Like dark, and it like so gross, and it like I can't get it out of my brain. So it's this like nurse who was taking care of little babies, and she would just kill babies.
What was her name?
I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name, but I'll tell you later. Maybe you can like link it or something.
Jesus Christ! Okay,
but like she would just like kill babies in the hospital, and no one noticed because like she was a nurse, right? And these babies were anyway sick. That's why they were brought to the hospital. And then she just killed them for fun.
Yeah, that's mental.
And it was because that's a thing. Like, do you think serial killers are born or made? Because she was abused as a child.
Now they're always made, in my opinion. They're always made.
And then she was abused as a child, and this was a form of like power. And also, have you heard of Mary Bell?
Oh, what's that?
She's actually out right now. Like she's not.
See
she's out
what
right
the
now.
fuck?
No. But listen. She was 6 or something. No, I don't even remember how old, but she was. I'm very bad with my facts. You should have told me to prep beforehand. Now people are gonna think I'm an idiot. But basically, Mary Bell was like this 6-year-old girl, and her mom was a prostitute. And she had a very bad life. Like her mom was like super like drunk, and like she was on drug all the time. And like her mom actually like her mom's customers would sometimes have like fetishes for little girls, and like she would participate as well. Like she'd make Mary participate as well. But anyway, she had a really bad upbringing, and she killed like little children. So basically, the first child she killed 2. The first child she killed was I think this 4-year-old little boy. So they were all playing together, and then she like choked him to death, but then it was so graphic. Like she cut off like his like genitals, and like she carved her name on him with a scissor, and then she killed another boy just like that, and then like she carved her name on him as well, not her name but her initials or something. And then she saw like she even went to that boy's funeral. And then I'll never forget this. I was watching this documentary, and the mom was like, this little 6-year-old girl came to the funeral and then asked me, where's my son? Like, okay, let's say his name is John. I forgot what his name was, okay? This Mary asked, oh, where's John? And then the mom thought she was just this little girl, and she was like, oh, honey, John passed away. And Mary was like, oh, I know, I just want to see his body.
What? This child was 6-year-old as well?
Yeah, and then the child, the victim, was 4, and I don't remember his name, so I'm gonna call him John. Yeah. But basically, Mary.
How old is Mary?
6.
What? So a child killed another child?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you this whole time.
Aha! What?
Oh my God!
No. No.
Wow.
No, I thought the whole time you said she like took part in like prostitute stuff and all that.
I told you she killed 2 people. Well, you're not listening.
No, I was listening, but I thought you said then she like grew up or something. You didn't say that
she was 6.
So she was 6 the whole time at the age of 6?
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah. Okay, maybe she was 10.
Yeah, okay, wait.
Can you Google Mary Bell?
Okay, I'll have a look up there.
I don't remember her age, but everything else was true.
Mary
But then
Bell.
it's so creepy because she went to her victim's funeral and she was like, oh, I want to see his body.
Yeah, see, now that's messed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that's... Okay,
but then
so
she
Mary
was
Bell.
super young, and then...
Oh yeah, that's the youngest English... I've heard of this.
Okay, she's 10, sorry.
Yeah, she's the youngest... One of the youngest, like, in the UK, I've heard of this. One of the youngest murderers or something.
Yeah, but now she's out because she was super young and they didn't know what to do with her.
Of course.
But then apparently even in jail she had a really bad time because they didn't know where to put her because she was so young. And they put her in like this correctional facility and it was filled with boys. So apparently she got abused there as well. And like she grew up to have this really bad life. But now she's out and she has a daughter as well.
Yeah, but if she's so young, then I don't know. I mean, she like it says here she was released at the age of 23 and served a 12-year prison sentence. Like, I don't know how factual is that.
But
like,
when you're 10, you're not.
you don't know what you're
predicting
doing.
that,
Yeah, like I think that's also good that they then let her out.
But I think she's being watched for life. Like she needs to report.
100%. Yeah. You can't get away with manslaughter and then afterwards think, oh yeah, nah, I'd never have to report to the police. You're always going to be in the public eye. Like, that's mental. But yeah, no, I wanted to basically, after having discussed this, I wanted to show you this little chart here. I'm going to keep it up on YouTube as well for people who can follow, but only the main thing. And basically, I wanted to look up which serial killer killed the most people. Like, individual, like, serial killer. Not like, oh yeah, like, how do you say? Not like Hitler, who had the influence of the death. So, like, personally, who actually went up and killed these people. And the ones that are mainly South American people, except for a few exceptions, but it's mainly South American places and Spanish-speaking places. So we have one here, which is the main one, with possible victims, up to 300 plus possible victims between the years of 1969 and 1980s in the countries of Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador. In the most standard name, Pedro Lopez. There's probably like 1,000 millions, if not millions, Pedro Lopez's out there. Basically, this guy was known for child murdering and being a rapist and the monster of the Andes.
So all of these victims were children?
Child murder and rapist, I'm guessing. He targeted young girls between the age of 8 and 12.
So 300 girls between ages of 8 and 12? But I feel like children are harder to kill, don't you think? Because the parents are gonna be like on you. No, because if you kill like an adult, like a 25-year-old who like, you know, lives by herself, it might be like easier to get away with. But children, like you have to like steal them from their homes or like
the
get
child
them.
is like out, like coming back from school.
Yeah, but then they're gonna like be like, the parents are gonna like investigate. And you think 300 families won't find out?
Maybe he was just like running away all the time. He claims to have killed hundreds. I think this guy was just messed up because I think he was like, yeah, he was the most prolific serial killer of the 20th century and was released in the late 90s. So this guy, maybe he's still cutting about, but that's mad that he
Why was he released?
He was released, but the monster of the Andes. The Andes is a mountain region in South America.
How old is he? Is he still alive?
No clue. I don't know, but to be honest, that's just messed up. That guy's the most proven victims here. Proven victims, 110. He has 110 proven victims, but possible victims of 300 plus. But then the guy with the most proven victims is Luis Garavito. He has 193 proven victims. He was active in Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela. Was a child murderer, torture killer, and rapist known as the Beast, La Bestia. Garavito confessed to killing 140 boys between 6 and 16 from October 1992 to April 1999 and in Colombia and neighboring countries. He's suspected of murdering over 300 victims, mostly street children. See, street children. See? That's what I was telling you. Kids who were like ran away from home or didn't really have a home, or like kids who were maybe in an orphanage and ran away.
Like, why
homeless
do you kill
kids?
Like, it's so weird. It's just
because they're defenseless. They can't defend themselves.
So it's all on him. Like, I mean, like sometimes people kill each other because they have a fight or like something, but then this is just all like him being messed up.
Okay, now here comes the scary part, is that he was originally sentenced to 1,853 years in prison, but later his sentence got reduced to 22 years after he let the police to many of the bodies of the victims, and is now scheduled to become eligible for parole next year. What the
But I'm
fuck?
sure they're gonna watch him, right?
Oh, they have to. They fucking better, fam, because that is mental.
But then how does he like get to live after killing like 300 children or something? How many
So are you in favour of the death penalty?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just like that? But what if you don't have enough... Well, okay, obviously you have the evidence.
No, I think that's so like... I'm in favour of the death penalty like strongly. Because in Sri Lanka, there was this child rapist and murderer.
Oh, you told me about this. Yeah.
And then there was this huge debate about like that everyone in Sri Lanka wanted the death penalty to come back, because how do you just let this man live after he was such a monster? And I think it's as cruel as it is, you need like a form of harsh punishment. And I don't think the whole like, oh, what if innocent people die? Like, I think there's a lot of like, you don't just die the next day. Like, if you get convicted this year, you don't just die next year or something.
Yeah, you get
it's
kept
like
on
years
death
and
row.
years and years of
Death
like
row, yeah.
cases and like things like that. But I'm very like, I think the death penalty is
should be a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got very mixed feelings on that. I'm to be honest, I'm not really a fan of it, because like, if you kill someone, you're basically just as bad as them. So I don't know. But that's
no. But
maybe
it's just
a
like, what
moral
is
thing.
the like? So basically, this is like how. What do you do to like a child murderer, like someone who raped a child and like killed a child because they were bored with their lives?
But I think in that case, I don't think you should kill them.
Yeah, but then they're spending their whole lives in prison. They don't have to work. They get like 3 meals a day. They just like live. And like...
Well, I don't think they should be living a luxury lifestyle.
They don't
in
live a
prison.
luxury lifestyle, but even if you live like a really bad lifestyle, they adapt after a couple of years, and I don't think it gets like... It's okay.
But I mean, what I discovered and like what I saw like during COVID is a thing. I know you can't compare this, but like when you go into solitary, I think solitary refinement is something good when someone has to be alone all the time. And I think that will be the same kind of punishment. Like if you're alone all the time, and I mean COVID was proof of this. Like if people are alone all the time, they go crazy. They
so
lose
you
their
think?
shit.
So are you upset that Ted Bundy got the death penalty? Do you think
No.
he should have lived? Do you think he should live until now?
No, I think it this really depends on cases. Like I don't think just like any murderer should get the death penalty, but I think it very much depends on the case.
Child murderers, child rapists, anything to do with children should get death penalty.
Yeah, and I think it's also more of a sensitive
Because you have
topic.
no defense. Like, what is the child was provoking you, so you killed it? Like, what the hell? Like, you have no defense.
Yeah.
There's nothing that like. There's nothing on your
facts.
side.
Yeah. Child called you a dickhead. Slapped him up. Yeah, now obviously that's not a thing that I think. Yeah, I don't know. The death penalty is a very much controversial topic, anyways. Like all over the world, that is a massive debate, and people talk about it all the time. So, anyways, that
You
got a
think
little
Hong
bit
Kong
deep
has the death penalty?
I don't think they do. No.
I feel like they do. I know Singapore. I think Singapore does.
I don't think Hong Kong has the death penalty, to be honest, but I'm sure they have like these crazy life imprisonment stuff. But anyways,
abolished.
Oh yeah. See, so it was abolished in Hong Kong, but in Hong Kong, basically China, you have to like, I think you can get shipped off to certain camps, and I think I watched these Vice documentaries, and I think after watching those, there were these survivors of these camps, and they were saying like, I wish I would have been killed. Then
Yeah, but
gone to
then
these
sometimes
camps.
I'm like, is it too like quick for them? Like, should they spend their whole lives just rotting?
But like, would you rather have Ted Bundy be killed or go to a crazy, like, insane labor camp where he's tortured and receives the same kind of punishment?
No, but remember that documentary we watched about the Delhi murderer from Delhi, the Indian one?
The Indian butcher?
Yeah, because, you know, even though he is in jail, like, all these people are super scared of the day he comes out, just in case he comes out, because, you know, he might, like, escape jail because he's, like, super, like, scary. And, like, you give them the chance, you know, even if it's a tiny chance. What if they escape jail? Or, like, what if the laws change and, like, what they do isn't, like, that bad anymore, according to whoever, like, the... I don't know.
Yeah, but then exactly, would you then rather ship him off to a camp or not? Would you rather ship him off to a
I
camp?
think it depends on how bad it is. I think after a certain, like, line that they cross, they get the death penalty, but before that they get...
And when you... Yeah, I don't know. Very mixed.
I'd be a very harsh president.
Yeah. President and judge. Yeah, someone like steals your chocolate. Death penalty. Kill
or
this
you'd
man.
be killed, like, you'd be gone, like, last year.
Anyways, let's move on from that because I think we've talked long enough about the death penalty. Yeah. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I don't want to end up like in a few weeks like yeah. But anyways, what I wanted to talk to you about as well was because we're both big space fans, and yesterday we actually went to a science museum to find out more about space
and
dinosaurs. But it was a little bit upsetting because they didn't really say that much.
About
it was
space.
just mainly just little kids running around and like fucking everything up.
Yeah, and like almost breaking the fossils and like just like being crazy.
But yeah,
they were out of control.
Being absolutely mental. But I'm coming through on Clutch, and I wanted to just show you some creepy facts about outer space that you can't unlearn. So I want to show you these facts here, and they're ranked here like the top 10, which is like the most which fact is like the most creepy basically. But what I want to know from you, which one you think is probably the most creepy or the weirdest one. I've already found my weirdest one, but I would like to hear it from you. So the first one is chunks of the Milky Way galaxy are being sucked away. So something unidentified, larger than anything in the known universe, is sucking portions of the Milky Way galaxy. In 2009, researchers found a cluster of galaxies moving at an extraordinary speed towards a small patch of sky between the constellations of Centaurus and Vela. Scientists have dubbed this phenomenon dark flow in reference to other cosmic mysteries, dark matter, and dark energy.
Oh my god. No, but then
That's
what scares me is that all these tiny things have an effect on us, Like, cause like one thing triggers another thing.
You mean like the black hole sucking away at the Milky Way galaxy has an effect?
Yeah,
what's the effect?
It might, because remember we were just watching this documentary earlier today, and they were like the asteroid which hit the Earth and all the dinosaurs wiped out. It was on its way to hit Mars, but then another asteroid hit it and changed its direction. Yeah. And that's why it hit the Earth. So it's like all these tiny things have like an effect. Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah, it's pretty mental, the fact that is even happening. But to be honest, that it is a bit scary, but.
I don't think that scares me, but it's just like...
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, but it doesn't really meh, because if it does happen, it's going to be millions of years away, so it's just shit. The next one is, a giant black hole hurls through space at 5 million miles per hour. Because that's mental, because... The Hubble Space Telescope located a black hole in 2017 that is being manipulated by gravitational waves. The black hole capable of devouring anything in its path would eventually break free of its own galaxy and begin to roam the universe. Although the anomaly weighs as much as 1 billion suns and has reached the speeds of roughly 5 million miles per hour, it is estimated to still be 8 billion light years from Earth. This is another similar to the fact that we just talked about before. Yes, it's mad, but at the same time it's just it's 8 billion years away.
But what shocks me is, how do you know about something that's 8 billion light years away from Earth, but you don't know what's in the ocean? Because scientists don't know much about the ocean.
Yeah, you've just been listening to too much Polar Opps and Adam's opinion, because this is exactly what Adam says.
But how do you not know? How do you know something that's 8 billion light years away? Find out about the ocean first.
Find out about it. Stop investing money into space.
Priorities.
Get some more marine biologists out here, fam. Wait, now the next fact is, which I think is the most disturbing and weirdest one. So astronauts must drink 730 liters of recycled sweat and urine to live in space for a year. Now that is fucked up.
How does that even work though?
Well, let's read. So water is a limited resource in space. Because of this, astronauts must resort to recycling their own waste. NASA astronaut Scott Kelly consumed approximately 730 liters of recycled urine and sweat during his year-long mission. That means all his piss and sweat, he drank that shit. And then he probably pissed it out again and drank it and pissed and drank. Bear Grylls, probably a little bit more sanitary, but he drank his own piss.
No, but that's dedication,
It's not dedication, that's fucking disgusting.
No, but what is he supposed to do?
Yeah,
what do you want him to do? What do you do?
Yeah, no.
You survive.
Don't
you
go.
You know that guy? That's not... Come on. You can't just be don't go. You know that guy who was stuck in in the desert, not the desert. The James Franco movie. I
Oh,
forgot. 27 hours.
Is it? Oh, 27 hours.
He ate his own hand.
No, he didn't eat his
He ate his own hand. Okay, he broke it, and I think
Yeah,
he ate
he
it.
broke it. No, he didn't eat any. Cheeto. You don't starve after 27
No,
hours.
no,
He
not even
broke
that.
it. He broke his own arm to get out. He cut his own arm off. Sorry. He got stuck in a wall and cut his own arm off with like a rock or something. Or
Yeah,
I watched the
he survived.
documentary, but yeah, no, he got out.
But
yeah.
you know people who are like stranded. I watched this plane crash video once. And my dad sent it to me. Don't
Your
know
dad,
much.
can I just quickly say, your dad sends you the weirdest shit ever. That is actually so funny, the things your dad sends you. It's so funny. He sends you like memes and he just sends you the weirdest shit. Like the most random things.
But he's so sweet. He's the sweetest.
Yeah, and he's dope, but like still it's so funny the things
We
he
bond
sends you.
over like plane crash videos and like his favorite movies Taken, and we watched it.
His
That's what
favourite
I watched
movie
as a
is
child.
What a legend.
No, but like my dad sent me this plane crash video. I don't know if you watched it with me, but basically they crashed in like mountains.
Yeah.
And
The Andes. Oh, I think I know which one it is. Yeah.
they ate their friend.
Yeah, the Andes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the Argentinian
Yeah.
rugby team that
Yeah.
crashed in the Andes, and then afterwards it was so cold. Then
Yeah.
afterwards, to survive, they ate their homies. And
And I don't think they
survived.
find it disgusting. Then it's just like you eat like when your survival instinct
instinct. Yeah.
kicks in. I don't think this guy cared. Like when his survival instinct kicked in, he'd do anything.
Yeah, I'd probably also drink my own piss if it were survival
Yeah.
instinct.
But that's not even that uncommon. I know even
Yeah,
like
I know there's people out there with kinks who drink piss.
not kings, but like I know like these documentaries on like Animal Planet and stuff. They have like bags for their pee, to like just in case like they get stranded, they just drink it. They carry around like bags of pee.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
To drink their own piss? Nice.
Yeah, just in case you get stranded. Would you rather like die or like drink your pee?
Nah, I drink my pee. I just said I would do it 100%.
Yeah,
but it's
so-
just like, I don't know.
You can't hate on it. Like you have to survive somehow.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. The next one we're going to go through a bit because I just saw our timing and this is a bit mad. We've been going for quite some time and we still have another section to go through. So, solar superstorms could cause blackouts worldwide. In July 2012, a coronal mass ejection. Don't know if I said that right. But basically, have you seen the movie 2012?
Yeah. Of
Yeah,
course.
that's what this is about. What they base it on, the movie.
Oh. Did you think the world was gonna end in 2012?
Nah.
Did you
It's
actually?
major cap.
I remember my high school was going crazy. Like we were all like, I mean, we were basically like a
Your
bunch
kids,
of
of course you were kids, because yeah.
But we were like saying goodbye to each other. We would like hug each other super tight because it was supposed to happen in December.
Cringe.
And like before the holidays, we were like hugging each other.
Did a guy
really
like shoot his shot
hard.
because he was like, "Yo, like you're gonna die, make out with me." Meteors can strike Earth with no warning. Okay, that's kind of fucked up. 2013, a meteorite exploded over the Russian region of Chelyabinsk. About 400 people were injured. Most of injuries caused by broken glass or from the explosion. It was hypothesized that the missile was either part of a meteor shower or a single meteorite. Mad.
Crazy.
This, I think, is also pretty nuts. That extended space travel can change your DNA.
Wow.
Scott Kelly, who spent over a year in the International Space Station, returned to find that he was 2 inches taller. Rotted!
I think it's got to do with gravity, no?
Yeah, we just figured out what Adam can do to grow. Adam, you short king. Everybody, right, comment and everything. Let him know that he needs to go to space to grow 2 inches. Wait, does it mean just your height or anything else can go?
Wow.
Because otherwise I'd go as well. Gamma ray bursts can destroy planets. Okay, that's mad. That's like the Star Wars movie, because gamma ray bursts, giant explosions in distant galaxies that send out waves of gamma rays, are capable of destroying entire planets if their properties are pointed directly in the planet in question. Earth is relatively safe, so yeah, we're good. Universe could literally explode in a few billion years. Yeah, a few billion years, no one's gonna care.
I mean, I think with climate change, it's gonna be faster.
Yeah, probably quicker. Yeah, we'll fuck it up sooner.
It's just like the video they showed us in the museum yesterday. We are such a bunch of nerds.
It's like in the video yesterday when they showed us in the museum.
Oh god, I'm not even gonna say
Yeah,
it.
so
'Cause
no, say it now. Come
it
on,
makes me
let
look
us
too
know.
much
Come on,
like a nerd.
tell us.
This is not the direction.
Give
this
us
is
the
going.
knowledge. What did they show in the video yesterday
No,
in
so
the
it was-
Science
Oh my
Museum?
god, people are gonna think I'm a freak.
Say,
But basically, it was this dinosaur speaking,
yeah.
and the dinosaur was like, "Imagine us like subsidizing asteroids."
Yeah.
And like and then they were like, "Stop subsidizing
Subsidizing, yeah.
subsidizing fossil fuels and stuff like that."
Yeah, no, that's not that nerdy. It was just a video of like this dinosaur speaking at the UN, and he like walks in and he says, "Yo, like stop fucking the planet up," basically. Anyways, that was what I wanted to talk about regarding the space chat that I wanted to have you, because I know you're also a little bit you're interested in the space kind of chat. But yeah, basically we've now been going for quite some time, and I round off almost every single episode with a would you rather, and we're not going to stop here. We're just going to do a little special. We did it last time. I did with NDJ a deep would you rather questions. 271 would you rather questions.
271.
Best would you rather question, guys.
That's a lot of questions.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you all of them. I'm just going to ask you like 5 or 6. So yeah, would you rather belch or fart at the end of every sentence you speak?
I find both. Girl.
No, but which one would you rather? That's the
Yeah.
question. Belch or fart?
I feel like belch because I can play it off like a hiccup. Can I?
No.
I can just. I just never speak.
You just never speak,
Yeah.
and you go mute, you do
Yeah.
sign language.
Yeah.
So you just speak to everyone in
I
there.
just use the universal sign language that you and Adam are gonna develop one day.
I probably do fart because I just genuinely enjoy farting.
Yeah, too much. You think it's so funny, but it's literally not funny at all. Like, grow up. You're not like 6 anymore.
Would you rather have a finger or 2 toes removed?
2 toes. I don't do anything with my toes. I don't
And
care.
then when you go to the beach,
Who cares?
Who
No one
cares?
looks at your feet at the beach.
trust me, there was a guy convicted in Switzerland because he went around town taking picture of girls in sandals. So
I think that's the
the
first thing we talked about on our first date, because you were like, "Can I take pictures of your feet?" To post on Insta,
was
OnlyFans.
I was obviously kidding.
That's how we broke the ice on our first
Yeah.
date.
Would you rather never have sex or never find true love?
Never have sex.
Never have sex? Yeah, same.
Sure.
Same. Would you rather give up your love life or work life? Obviously work life. That's a fucking stupid question.
Really?
Obviously,
So
fam.
you'd
You don't give a shit about work. You only do the work for the peas, blood.
yeah, but then you'd make no peace.
And
What would you do?
rather be happy. 'Cause
I feel like you're very career driven and
yeah,
ambitious.
I am career driven. But like,
You-
if I would
it-
have to
it-
give up my love life, nah, fam.
But it would drive you crazy if all you did with your life was just like have fun.
Wait, can
or,
I not
lie
like? Can I
down.
not
no,
like do any type
no,
of work?
you give up.
I cannot
your,
even do the podcast.
No, you can't do any work. Just like focus on love.
Okay, yeah, well then I don't know.
You don't have to say oh.
Love, ew, girls. No, if I would, no, I would still only focus on no. What's the point? Nah, I couldn't do that. I'm not like Andrew Tate, man. Had to bring him up at least once. Would you rather smash every plate you touch or every mirror you see?
Touch, because I just never touch a plate.
Yeah. And then you just let yourself be spoon-fed.
No, you can eat with like a fork and a knife and just not touch the plate with your finger.
True. Or just always eat with a napkin.
Yeah.
Would you rather only eat chook or constantly vomit fur balls?
Oh my god.
That's pretty
That's so
mad.
random.
Yeah, but that's a good one.
I think I'd constantly vomit food balls because I'd never want to give up like the food I like M&Ms.
What? Eat chook or vomit fur balls? That's nothing to do
I'd
with
vomit.
M&Ms.
I know I'd
What are you
vomit.
talking about? Where did you go to M&Ms? Because you just want chocolate right now. That's
Yeah.
where your head's at.
Yeah, because you finished my M&Ms earlier and you have to go get me new ones.
No.
No, I would constantly vomit fur balls because if I had to eat chalk, I'd only be able to eat chalk my whole life, and then I had to give up like my food that I like.
No, would you rather eat chook? So you'd have to eat chook?
Constantly eat chalk.
Ah,
Only
okay,
eat chalk.
Okay, true, yeah. So what would you do?
Vomit for
Vomit
balls.
for balls. Yeah. This is a good one. I think this is the last one we're gonna do because we talked about crime today, and this is as a final send off and as a thank you for you to come on the podcast. We're gonna let you answer the question of: would you rather be considered guilty for a crime, so everybody would think you committed a crime, but you didn't do it, or commit the crime, but everybody thinks you didn't do it?
Yeah, obviously that's a perfect that's the perfect
So
life.
that's the perfect life. So you want to go the perfect life. So you want to just go around killing people and be considered
It doesn't.
innocent.
You know, crimes are like different. Like it could be theft.
No, I'm talking about the murder. Okay, so everybody thinks you murdered
But I could
someone,
have
but you didn't do it.
accidentally
No,
murdered someone.
You did it.
But they might have provoked me. Like they might
No,
have done
okay.
something.
Look, this is just you're just answer the question.
Okay.
Would you rather be considered guilty
Yeah.
of murdering me,
Wow.
or would you rather
No, you
be
can't bring
innocent?
you into
Yeah, no,
it.
it's gonna be me. Because would you rather be innocent, considered innocent, but you kill me, or everybody thinks you murdered me, but you didn't?
Like so, basically, I'd murder you, but no one knows, and then
Yeah.
I'd spend my whole life like for you. I'd like make a memorial and just like dedicate my life to you to feel better about what I did.
Okay. Nice.
To avenge.
I respect it. I would do the same.
That sounds so bad. No.
So you just kill me and get away with it. Good to know. We'll end it on that, people. So if I end
okay,
up dead in a few
I'll
weeks,
change my
if
answer.
I end up dead in a few weeks, then you'll know where to find me. Just go to the graveyard and I'll be there.
Wow.
Anyways, thank you very much, guys, for listening in today's episode. Thank you very much for coming on and for being a part today. And yeah, we hope to have you back on the podcast soon. And everybody go tweet Adam that you should come back so that we can have another episode with my girlfriend and Adam, and also that we can have an episode with Adam and NDJ. Like the video, subscribe, and follow us and leave us a 5-star rating. And we'll catch you guys later. Ciao.